She never sought a crown. Esther was quiet, raised by her cousin Mordecai, hidden in a world that didn't welcome her kind. Yet when the king cast his eyes across the empire, he chose her, not for politics, not for power, for beauty, perhaps, but God had something else in mind. Beneath jewels and silk, Esther kept a secret. She was Jewish, and beyond the throne's golden veil, danger stirred. A man named Haman had plans to erase her people, but the girl from nowhere was not just beautiful. She would become the voice they didn't know they had. Haman smiled in public, but his hatred ran deep. With a whisper, he convinced the king to sign a death sentence. A date was set to wipe out every Jew. Across the empire, fear took root. Mordecai tore his clothes in mourning, sending a message to Esther, "You must speak." She hesitated. To approach the king uninvited was death, unless he raised his scepter. But Mordecai's words held weight. "Who knows if you were made queen for such a time as this?" That night, Esther didn't sleep. She fasted, prayed, and when morning came, she chose courage over comfort. She walked into the court not as royalty, but as sacrifice. Every heart beat louder than the guard's silence. Then the king saw her and raised his scepter. Grace. She didn't beg. She invited him to dinner, twice, strategy clothed in elegance. On the second night, she revealed Haman's plot. "My people are marked for death." The king's face hardened. Haman's own words turned against him. That same day, the gallows he'd built for Mordecai became his own undoing. Justice arrived swiftly, but Esther didn't rejoice for revenge. She asked for protection. Her people still needed deliverance, and the king listened. The decree couldn't be undone, but a new one was written. The Jews could now defend themselves. When the day came, they stood strong, not with rage, but with resolve. Esther had turned fear into freedom, not with armies, but with boldness. Her voice reshaped a kingdom. The people remembered. They feasted. They honored the woman who risked everything. Her name would echo through generations, not because she ruled, but because she stood when standing meant dying. And somewhere in the silence between history and heaven, a whisper remains. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it simply steps forward.